Hello, Christiana. I'm going to try to start real slow and see if anybody comes on. I try to start real slow and see if anybody comes on. I There, I got that set up. Now, let's turn it off. Turn it down. Um I have changed what I was doing this week because I've decided to go back to work. So, all last week I was applying for jobs and now I have interviews this coming week. So, yay. So let's look at let me add my other camera on here. You can see what's going on. Okay, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you what I've been working on planning wise. And then I've got some of my, for lighting over here, I've got some of my floral flowers. Anyway, and then I'm going to give you all a choice. Um, I'll start with that. I got this old nasty bag, and I mean nasty, from Ed Braun. When when I touch the inside of it, I don't know if you can see the dust. I don't have enough light on my hand here. Maybe you can see it falling down there. But anyway, listen to this. I don't know if you can hear. Let me hold the straps. Can you hear that? The whole layer that goes in between the outside of the bag and the inside of the bag has completely disintegrated, and it's like a sandbox in there. So we're either gonna tear this bag open to see what's in there, or we're gonna do something that everybody tells you not to do. I have this beautiful Coach bag, vintage. Let's look at the style number because I didn't look. It's a 4140. But it came with a delightful, okay, you can see the bag. Here, I'll hold it up here too. And then under here, I've got it stuffed with my scarves and stuff. The problem with this one isn't really a problem. I could just leave it. You tell me. But it came with this lovely ink stain right there, which makes sense because if somebody's holding their pen and then goes to get in their bag, they just swiped it right up. Yeah. So I'm going to try to take that out, even though people say don't do that. Just leave it. So we're either going to rip apart the Louis, that's up to you, or I'm going to try to use my own technique and try to get that stain out. And as for planning, this is full of just chores. It's my chore list, and I did a lot of chores this week. And I'm hoping that everybody is making a list and checking it twice and doing all of your chores. But my days look like this because I'm trying to figure out how to time myself. And I'm not putting any stickers or decorations in this book. It is simply a get things done book. And if you can use a notebook, you don't have to use something like this. The great thing about this is that it just has a calendar in it so that you can keep up with that. And that's all I'm going to say about this. Get you a list and check it off. And I need some place to put this. Floor sounds good. This is my Hobonichi Weeks. Let's put it over here where you can see it. And I made it purple. And this is a sterling silver snake charm that I put on here because I'm weird. And I started the beginning of it. Oh, it's stuck together. Oh. This is going to be starting August 1st. I'm going to start writing down my steps here. I'm going to do my average from this little portion right here. I've been keeping track. And then I started with June. I am putting all my memorabilia from my trip to England in here. So I'm using up the beginning of July for that. Where does it start? So as you see, it doesn't look real good, but I'm using this little printer from Polaroid. I don't think they make it anymore. And if it ever dies, I'll just have to get a new kind because I don't think they make this anymore. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Craig. Hi, Lux. Thank you guys for coming. And so I'm starting to build a little scrapbook in here, and this is just going to be a journal. I've started journaling back here, and I don't really want to share all that, but yeah, starting to put down all my pictures from England. So that's a thing. So which do you want to do? Rip apart the Louis bag or try to get the alcohol out? If I try to get the alcohol out, I am going to use these tools. Alcohol. Paper towels. And this pen. What do you think? I'm not sure how I'm going to tear up the bag. I brought some little scissors. I brought some little scissors to try to take that bag apart. If I don't do the Louis today, which I'm afraid is going to make a huge mess all over the place, I am going to film it. And also I have film stuff and have not edited it and put it up this week. I've been too busy, and next week I have one interview, so I should have time. But okay. Let's see if we can not destroy this bag, which is already destroyed, by the way, because somebody sent it to me covered in polish. So I need to fix that. It's hard to tell, but yeah, it has polish on it. But it looks good. Just needs to be buffed. Okay. Well, let me scoot over here. Get the bag where we can work on it. Something like that. I think I'd be able to do this, and I'll just hold it onto the table with my body. And this is the area of concern. Can we see it? Okay. It's just a little. Now, if I put this alcohol on, it's probably going to try to spread. That's why I have the paper towels. So, I don't want to. This dip pin's not that long, so I'm going to. Jackie, stop me. Jackie, stop me from doing this. Okay, so I've got a little puddle there. What is your interview? Okay, I'm going to stop and look at messages real quick here. Okay. I wish I was that organized to be able to write it all down. A third of, okay. Lurking, driving to San Antonio. Don't lurk and drive unless you're in the passenger seat. Thank you. Thank you, Lux. The scrapbook's going to be fun to continue to put together. I have so much more to put in there. Girl, I don't know if I can handle seeing you rip into that LV. I'm afraid that it's so full of crap that's just going to go everywhere. I think what I want to do is just open it up a little bit, take it outside in the backyard and shake it. Christiana, what is your interview for Jolie? Sending you good luck. Ooh, fun. I have that bag. I'm going to rip it open one day. Okay, so Jackie, you are the passenger. Good. Should I try to use alcohol to get this ink out or not? What's Jackie's simple opinion? Oh, I forgot to tell you. Back in planning, hold on, before I get into this. Let me get my bag out. I probably have to make the camera go way up. This is my bag that I've been carrying around, and this is from Coach. This is from Ty. In fact, I never took the tag off of it. And this is from eBay. That's by Vuitton because it was $30. All right. So because I'm going on job interviews and stuff, I finally resurrected my and I haven't carried this since I got diagnosed with cancer, and I took all those pages out where I was diagnosed and put them away. So this is strictly for work. So I've got, and for shopping, because when you're out of the house on the way home, like I found this, I have a big box of supplies because I used to carry this all the time. So I cannot tell you where this is from. And if anybody knows, let me know, because I really do like it. And these are leftover from years ago. And I have 5 packages of these. And I remember I bought them all for $10 total because somebody was getting rid of them. And let's see what else. I did put these pages in here for if I think of videos on the run, because that's always fun. This is one of my hobbies. And then I have this old planner that I have the file for, so I can print this out. But I just put one copy in here because I wanted to use up these cloth and paper sheets. This just lets me know like what I should be writing down and checking for in trying to organize a video. And then because this here all has the weeks, I filled this out this past week, and has the weeks are integrated with the month. So if I'm at work and I need to look at my schedule quickly, I do have my little one still back here. So I won't be digging through that one. I'll be like, yes, oh no, I'm busy on that day. Anyway, so back to regular size handbags and back to being organized even more. All right, let's ruin this handbag. Hopefully not. It's really cute. It's staying in my collection forever, so this is okay. So this must be why it has polish all over it, because see the color? It's kind of old, and this is the back side of that color. So it's gonna not be white. It's gonna be kind of a beigey color. Can you hear me? All right. I really need somebody on here, talking back to me so I know if I can be heard. All right. So if I can get this out, this bag, I'm going to clean it really well and get the polish off of it and moisturize it and get it ready to use, because it would be a good work bag. All right, so this might bleed, so we'll try to stop it. Wish me luck. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay. Oh, I need Q-tips that I forgot to bring in. That was genius. Okay. Alcohol is on. Doesn't seem to be spreading too much. Oh, that worked very well. I think it took up what? None. Okay, all right. So, get some more alcohol. Oh, it's starting to draw the ink up into the pen. Dry it between every time. Talks amongst yourselves while I work on this in a very weird way. I don't know what made me think to do this, but with the pen, I can get exactly right on it. Let's start working, just scratching it a little bit. Does it look like it's fading? Hi, Ivy. Hi, Jeanette. I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. It does look like it's starting to fade. I think we need patience. And then a lot of moisturizer after I do this. Can't see what I'm dipping into. Alcohol. A cap of alcohol with a glass fountain pen. You think it's working? I think it's starting to get lighter. AI Essentials. What do we learn in AI Essentials, Christiana? Oh, I see. I don't have any lemon oil. Well, I might, but I don't know where my essential oils are right now. Digital marketing. Okay. I'll let that one soak in a little bit. Loosen up that ink. It may be permanent, but at least we tried. Magic eraser might work. It's just so drying to leather like alcohol. All right, I'm going to grab a little bit of moisturizer I happen to have here. Not that I have anything to put it on with because I didn't grab all of my tools. Oh, oh. I have one of my cloths down here on the bookshelf. So this is, I'm using Sarna. It's what I use for coat because it's glove tan leather, meaning baseball gloves. This is just moisturizer. Oh, it's getting much lighter. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's a lot more faded than it was. This is riveting, riveting. Move, ink, move. I'm just uncomfortable leaving it on there for too long. Well, I don't think this is going to work. Let's see if I can open the pores up at all. Can you see that? Okay. I'll try opening up the pores. It's like there's another mark right now. That's just smudge. All right. It's not budging, guys. Really not budging. It's not pulling any color out. Okay, well, that's permanent. Let's tear that bag apart. You want to? So I can keep working on this and working on this, but the initial amount of color that came out was so tiny, and now it's not budging anymore. Now it's like, if this is the color of this leather now, it has been officially dyed. Hi, Keith. Not talking about planning. Trying to get an ink mark out of a white Coach vintage bag. Jackie, you learned how to read these. You learned how to read these date codes, so I'm going to show you the date code. You tell me, okay? I don't know how. So L5H41, well, not that, but what does L5H tell me? And this is a United States bag. Can you tell me where I can find a good deal on a Burrow bag with 5 compartments? eBay is the best place. Okay. A monogram pochette Matisse. I see them all the time on Fashion File, but they're expensive. Which I need to stay off of Fashion File. Fashion File is not good for me. After the 90s, Alpha, then Year. Then last serial number. So 2005, you think? I don't know what that drama is about. I usually am ignorant to all the drama on here because I I'm just an anti-drama person. I would like to know, though. I have not, texted him or emailed him to ask him. So, what do you guys think? That worked like a charm, huh? Okay. Fail, fail, fail. But it's a lot lighter. And plus, it's right in a place that doesn't matter because, that's the top of it. Here's the bag closed. I'm just glad it doesn't have ink or anything like that anywhere else on it. But it'll be a really nice work tote. All right. I am going to do this. It's going to be a mess. Get the alcohol out of here. Get my glass pen out of here before I break it. Okay. You ever had a feeling that you're going to do something that's going to be really, really bad? It's going to make a really big mess. Okay. Someone was giving him shit about his rep videos. To each their own. Since I'm going to rip this apart, I am going to use this for something, but I'm not going to use it in its bag form. I have fountain pens that I like to use. Oh, that's off that bag. Fountain pens that I like to use. And I want to use some of this material to create a fountain pen case. This is a Twisby, by the way. I'm not going to judge anybody on how they're running their channel, or I'm going to start with taking the handles off. I'm not going to judge anybody on how they're running their channel or how they're trying to supplement their income. There's a lot of people who have OnlyFans, so, And I have to go back to work because I can't make a living off this channel. I can't even get to 1,000 subs. So, ooh, look underneath. It's really dirty. See her destroy the bag. Look at the vachetta underneath. Isn't that cool? It's like raw and brand new. Let me slide over here. Move my little bench I put here to put all my stuff on. There we go. I'm just turning you a little bit there. There we go. Okay. Am I on the camera? Yes. Okay. See, that's what I never understood, Craig. I mean, there's absolutely no reason to leave negative comments on any videos. If you don't like what somebody is saying, you simply click off. But of course, we know that the trends with like trad wives and all that stuff like Dakin was talking about last night is they're doing it on purpose to get a rise out of people. Which is just so cheap and cheesy, in my opinion. And so clearly done on purpose. It's just done on purpose. And I don't like those kind of videos. I have seen that one that they were talking about last night just because people were talking about it, well, before this. And I'm just like, people, you're watching a show. This is not real. She does not have time to do all that if she's truly taking care of her child. Somebody else is taking care of the child. If you're making everything from scratch. And in the old days, we did make everything from scratch, but it was like, I remember when my aunt stayed home and didn't work outside of the house when I was little, so she was my babysitter. But back in the 70s, when I was a child, late 60s and early 70s, cereal put real items in their for their prizes. I hope you can hear me. They put real prizes in there, and I remember they were putting in Venus flytraps. And my aunt, her job was she used to sit, and we used to help her as little kids. Child labor. Just kidding. And we all had Venus flytraps, by the way, because of course it's just bulk, just putting together thousands of busting apart little pieces of plastic to make a little dome, a little covered dome. Why am I talking about this? Talking about um, making a little habitat for your Venus flytrap, and they gave you the seeds, and then they said put it in a dark place. So we hid them all over the house. We had Venus flytraps all over the house growing, and they grew. But that's the kind of stuff you used to get in cereal boxes. I don't think they do anything like that anymore. Like they've ruined all that. That stuff's not fun anymore. It's all paper. You remember? Yeah, I'm glad you remember, Craig. We used to have real toys in our cereal boxes. That's what sold them. Now they sell them with front art and putting it at the child's eye level. But everybody knows it's not good for you anyway. It's almost off, I think. How long is this strap? Oh, God, it goes all the way around. Okay, so maybe I should open up the end of the bag so we can see what this crap is in here. This is glued, by the way. Starting at this point, you can see. See, can you see this? This light is ridiculous. Let me try to tilt that up a little bit. The light, that is. All right, now you can see the difference. You see the vachetta here, and then there's this line. And this vachetta is finished, and this vachetta is unfinished and glued. Okay, so we can see that, and you can see that these handles are all cracked. It's a junk bag. It would have to be completely redone inside and out. And I've always wanted to tear one of these up, so where should I start? Start. Yeah, okay, in the 80s, we moved to things like there were actual 45 records printed into the cereal box, and you would cut it out and play it. You remember those? Put it on your record player, and it was a song. You remember those? This is not easy. Or the whole cereal box would turn into a game board, and there would be pieces inside to play the game. What year were you born, Craig? I can't get this started. I specifically remember it was Sugar Puffs that had the 45 on it with the little bear Sugar Puffs. Isn't that cute? This is cute, and it has kept its shine, so I have a new charm. That right there is worth the money that I paid for the bag. Just that right there. Thanks, Ed Braun. I actually need a box cutter, but just can't get it started. This is put together so well, and it is so falling apart on the inside. Yuck. Ugh. I'm just going to cut this. Not with those. What is this crap that they've made this out of? Why didn't they just use leather? It feels like it feels like I found an old box of sandpaper in my grandfather's garage that has been there since the 50s. Ugh. Oh my. Mm. Can you see in there? See that? All right, let's just. This is all falling apart. Okay, we're gonna start by removing this. Hi, Erin. Hi, everybody that I haven't looked up and seen while I was head down trying to tear this bag up. I'm going to move my table down a little bit. My shoulders are starting to hurt from torn rotator cuffs from nursey stuff. Stand up. There you go. Stand up. Okay. Ew. And the trouble is, this is sewn in really good too. They use really good thread. How many of you have done this with a Louis bag? Did anybody, were any of you in with watching 5 Foot Nothings live this morning? It was so nostalgic. So nostalgic. Okay. That must. Yeah. I just adore her too. I love listening to her. She was telling stories and just reminded me of my grandmother. She was talking about her grandmother. My mom's mom was an avid reader, and that started very young. And she actually, her dad had to go to the school when she was in the 4th grade because she had spent her summer reading War and Peace. I did a book report on it. Teacher said she was lying and put her in the corner. And she described this like big carpet or very heavy drape thing that she had to stand behind all day, which wasn't good because she's claustrophobic. But her dad, my great grandfather, went to the school to defend her. Said he shouldn't call his kid a liar and let her do her report. Let her do her report because it was an oral report. But of course, she wrote it down, but it was an oral report. She got up and did her oral report and got an apology from the principal and the teacher. Okay. I'm just going to go for the finer stuff after. I need a bigger pair of scissors for that. Okay. Oh my God, this is nasty. Oh well. Okay. I see what I'm up against here. I need a different pair of scissors. Why not? Oh, I'll use those. I think my hands will be good. I think they might have an allergic reaction to whatever this crap is. I'm just going to cut across here with some good scissors that aren't designed to cut human flesh, which is what these are for. That's what these are for. These are called Mayo scissors or suture scissors. We use them. And these are Metzenbaums. These are dissection scissors. Anyway. Okay. All right. First, let's look at this thing I took out. Clean up. Okay. So here's the interior cut out very, very neatly and eloquently by me. This is the back side of it. It's like a felt. And we're going to turn it inside out. And they have put some sort of coating on it to make it cleanable, which becomes a disaster itself. Oh. Should be wearing a mask. All right. I see somebody has that. Aaron, how old is that bag? This bag is from 1999. Yeah, this is the same. I think you're right, Craig. They tried to make this non-leather wipeable material for the inside of the toiletry pouches and stuff, and they did the same thing here, and it's just gross. It's just there's nothing here to be salvaged or even reused. It's gross. It's old felt. That's not even that well. It's pretty strong, but that's coating. Bad idea. So there's the tag. There we go. And this is garbage. Oh my. Okay. There's the inside of the bag. That was between the two layers. That worked out well. Has the consistency of potato chips. Looks like cereal. Tommy, what are you doing? Eating breakfast, Mom? Okay. Yeah, 1990 isn't that old to me either. That was underneath the lining. Yuck. There's so much of it. It's just the whole. What is this? I can't make heads or tails of what this is. Is this some kind of glue that has. Oh. Oh. It looks like it's this stuff, but thick. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Well, at least it has that stuff on it. Because here's a piece that's still sort of intact. And it's the same color. But the. Ugh. Isn't she lovely? Oh, what a beautiful bag. Oh. Ooh, ah. What a mess. Maybe I should send you some of this, Craig. Definitely doesn't look like cardboard at all. Some sort of composite. Mm. Huh. Just keeps coming. There's so much of it. We are destroying bags, Miss Winnie. Okay. So, just for a fun little recap for those that just might be joining, we have removed the liner from this old Papillon, and I've started taking the strap off. Unfortunately, not putting a strap on, Winnie. Anyway, and this is the lining. And you know, I got this from our friend Ed. Yeah, I saw your last video. Pretty good at destroying, but it's a cute bag nonetheless. If anybody hasn't seen her video of putting her her secondhand never full in the washing machine, don't do that if you can avoid it. It just because of the vachetta. If you could take the vachetta off and put it back on. Oh. Okay, so Winnie, this is the stuff that was between the liner in the bag. And here's the date code. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. But this outside, if I can get all of this stuff cleaned off once I take the bag apart, I think I'll try to learn how to saddle stitch and I want to make a little wrap that fastens to put my fountain pins in. because you need something pretty substantial. And they make little pockets to put them in, but I thought it'd be fun to make one. So that's what this project bag will become. It may have been wet at some point. Maybe somebody went for a walk on the beach and dropped it in the ocean. But it's not, it's completely dry now, but it's, I don't know. You can see that there's where it folds over and sewn together. That is interesting. Very well made. Very hard to take apart. There's got to be some way to fashion a buckle out of this. It'll be interesting. So anyway, yeah. I'm going to reuse the outside of the bag and trash the rest of it. If I can get this clean. What's going on with that? What is going on with that? What is that? Okay, yeah. That doesn't come off, whatever it is. So it's all, the back side of the leather's all full of glue from gluing it to this felt. Well, that was fun. I'm not going to finish taking it apart. It looks like I've got, let's see. I got a piece about this big, about that wide, by that long. Let's get my fountain pen. What do I do with it? Oh, dear Lord. Oh, there it is. So that will be perfect because I want to fold it over and make just a strip, because I'll use both sides and face them together, make a strip and fold it over, put pockets, and then stitch a fairly big pocket to put each pin in. Yeah, this will work out fine. Yeah, I'll try a wire brush, and I'm going to do the rest of this outside. This stuff came out freely, so, and it's in pretty large chunks, but I'm going to have to really clean the back part off in a different manner. And I'm going to actually save the vachetta to somehow fashion a wrap tie for the pen holder. And I'll just leave all of the discoloration and scars on it, because when it's fashioned into a pen holder, that'll actually look kind of cool, I think. Don't you? It'll look kind of cool. When he asked if I was throwing it in the washer, no. But it's good, strong leather. I might even fuse, once I get all of this off and get the zipper out and get these pieces flat, I might use a fuse, some cotton fabric, which I already have, by the way, on the back side, once I get it all cleaned up. Okay. Well, I'm not doing that today because that's going to take a while. On top of the fact that I really don't know how to saddle stitch. And I'm probably going to learn how to saddle stitch for this. So I could use my awl, but it's just too big. The awl's too big. I do have a heavy duty sewing machine which should probably come out of retirement, and I might be able to use that. But this is pretty thick. I wonder what look. I have this, which is all one piece, and I'm not going to take this pocket off of it. And then I have this, which is all one piece. I wonder what I could make out of that. Good, good. There's a good video teaching saddle stitching. Good, because I'd really like to learn how. Though I think I would need a vise or some kind of holder. So that'd be one big coin purse, but you're right. Let's see. One moment. Be your ruler. Okay, so with my King Henry and his 6 wives ruler. 5 by 5.5. 5 1/4 to 5 1/2 all the way around this this diameter. So yeah, it could be a coin purse. But I'm not going to try to put a zipper in a round piece. Well, maybe if I do it by hand, it might work. Anyway, so we've destroyed a bag today, and we tried to get ink stains out of white Coach glove tanned leather. Why am I doing this? Let me just do this. Get all the pieces, parts off of here. All right. Well, that's all I have planned today. Got any questions? I have to study for an interview. Glue a kiss lock somehow. I'm not gluing anything. We just experienced a glue. If I do it, I'll just I'll hand stitch it. And I don't know if I have enough. Well, with I think I'm just gonna make a 5-pin holder, and then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the rest, but it would make a cute little kiss lock purse if there's enough left over. But remember, it's still, well, maybe I'm thinking I'm gonna dye it dark brown. Oh, we'll take your advice anyway. We'll take your advice anyway, Winnie. One mistake does not a non-advisable person make. I mean, you gotta try stuff to learn what works and what doesn't. Ivy, I am trying to change careers, therefore I do have to study for jobs that I am applying for. I don't want to be in the operating room anymore. Yeah, well, there has to be somebody showing us what not to do out there. Yeah, I got this bag in the mail and I'm like, sounds like a maraca. So there was no restoring that bag without ripping it apart. It has to be reused. I remember when Ed sent me the email. He goes, "I can't wait to see what you do with it." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to be tearing this thing apart." I also have hi Jeanette. I also have a Neverfull that the vachetta is no good on, that I want to part out and use for things too. I think I want to make my own desk agenda instead of buying one out of a Neverfull. I like Style by Gwenny. She's awesome. Jeanette says she was just watching her. Okay, let me. This is the end of my video and the end of that Louis Vuitton Papillon. It will now be dyed, clean dyed and repurposed into something else. And when I get to it, I'll film it for you. But at first I've got to learn some skills. And yeah. The Lizard King, Winnie. The Lizard King. Okay, well. I hope you guys make your list and check it twice and get stuff done and have a wonderful week. Bye. I was reading Winnie.